There we go. Hey losers, what's up? So first off, we're playing Symphony of the Night randomized, and I can post a link to that website later. If you're interested and you want to play along at home, you can just go and Google it, Symphony of the Night Randomizer. It's the first link that comes up. It'll give you all the instructions you need. We are using the seed 900 subs. Hey Atlas Moon, how you doing? Thanks for being here. This stream is essentially a celebration because I hit 900 subs. Of course, my goal is still 1,000. Once we get there, we're going to do the Castlevania Legacy of Darkness Reinhardt run without using the whip. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are going to enjoy that, enjoy my suffering. But in the meantime, to celebrate 900 subs, I thought we would play some Symphony of the Night randomized. Not just a regular Symphony of the Night run, but a randomized run. So that way everyone playing along at home can have some fun. You guys can help me figure it out as we go along. Basically, I've set it to the adventure mode on the randomizer, which means we're going to have to cover pretty much the whole map. We are going to go for the best ending, so we're going to have to do that anyway. It's probably going to take us a few weeks, and there's going to be a lot of fun as we explore the castle and get into trouble and that sort of thing. But anyway, I hope you guys watch. I hope you enjoy. Like, sub, comment, all of that. I'd love to hear your feedback and take your guesses in the chat about where you think things will be. I'm going to take a drink of my tea here, and without further ado, we'll get started with Symphony of the Night Randomized, the 900 sub special. Let's see. File name. Let's go. I guess we can watch cutscenes. We have the time. We have time, so we might as well. We can just sit and chill for a minute while we watch them. Give a little bit of a channel update. I'm working on a Castlevania 64 iceberg video, which I think you guys are really going to love. I've done the iceberg, I've done the graphic, I've got the information, I've written the script, I've recorded it. Now I've just got to go get all the footage, which will be the tough part, unfortunately. Look at this untextured castle. Koji Iragashi said in an interview that they ran out of time, which is why this castle has no textures. But it's kind of gray and stormy, so it just kind of works anyway. So that's why they left it that way. Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's just straight up out of Modeler. No textures. No textures whatsoever. Of course, you have to play with the text here. Turn the audio a bit for you guys. Let me know if the audio is not good for you guys or if it needs to be turned up. I always get this stuff up here as Richter, even though I don't know if it matters, but I always get it. If we have enough views and all that, we might do Richter mode as well. Oh, they've randomized the sprites in this too. That's interesting. So we're going to have to pay really close attention to what we get to make sure that we know what to do and what we still have left. Should be a very interesting experience. I'm excited to see what happens.
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man?
A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about
Well, pack it up, boys. That's what you were all waiting for. So you can all go home now. You've seen it. He said the thing. We're done. Pack it up. I think I got enough left for two more item crashes, which will pretty much do this. I should have not pushed it so early the first time. This is like easy as pie compared to this actual fight. But admittedly, the one in Rondo of Blood that this is supposed to mimic isn't that hard either. It's definitely one of the easier Dracula fights. Ah, it took a hit and runs over. But like if you play Dracula X Chronicles, the version of this fight, it's actually very difficult. Because there's a whole third form. So you have to beat 3 forms of this. The original 2, which are pretty much the same as this. And then there's a third one, which has a lot of really nasty attacks. Which is pretty tough. So we get one more nice little cutscene here, and then we're done. This was originally supposed to have voice acting, but they cut it because the English sounded so bad. It was Richter Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter, who succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of the Vampires, who had been brought back from the grave by the dark priest Shaft. Can you dig it? However, one night 4 years later, under the glare of a full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished. With no idea of where to begin her search, Maria Renard set out to look for him. It was then that fate intervened. Castlevania, the Castle of Dracula, which is ruined to appear once every century, suddenly materialized out from the mist as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggle for the soul of Alucard, the man named, the very same Alucard who had teamed up with Trevor Belmont to his immortal father Dracula battle. Alucard purged the world in order to his own cursed bloodline, submerged his vampiric powers, and entered into an eternal slumber what was supposed to be. He is awake now, and this evil again at work in his homeland. The time has come once again for the forces of good and evil to in their ancient battle engage. Beckoning for you, Dracula's castle is. Who can emerge victorious? No man can say. Who can emerge victorious? No man's sky. Now here's where the fun begins, because we get to see what we start with. Now keep in mind we'll lose this equipment because death is going to take it away from us, and it's essentially going to take the place of like the Alucard armor. Alright, so let's see what we got. The Marsil, the dark shield, a bandana, the dark armor, impervious to evil attacks, perfect for forest camouflage, the royal cloak, and the moonstone, which improves statuses after sunset. So interestingly, we may not even get the cube of Zoe for a while, but so we could be very starved for hearts and money very early on. It could be difficult to get. But there is also the possibility that a duplicator will drop just somewhere on the map too. So here's the good luck, right? Now, I wonder if that item description is... Okay, at least that's not randomized. So we started with a resist thunder and a resist ice as far as use items. As far as all the mechanics, all that is still the same. But as far as what items we get when, there's no telling where they're at. So we have to figure it out and find them. In maybe 30 years ago, Ernest?
Alucard, what is your business
Happy birthday, by the way. I know you had a birthday a couple days ago.
Mortals, I have not asked you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
Whenever you do a live stream playing like Sega Bass Fishing on the Dreamcast, that's when I'll stream Mario Brothers. How about that? Okay, so now we have nothing again, but we will get a guaranteed drop up here ahead. Once I figure out how to use the jump button again. Oh, a Damascus sword. Very interesting. So we get to start off with a monstrous 29 attack. That's really good. That's the fun thing about a randomizer. It giveth and it taketh away. You never know. Oh, and a heaven sword. Except it's actually a throwing ring? Oh, wow, that's cool. Yeah, I've really hit a lot of subs lately. Done a lot of popular live streams for some reason. And I've just been picking up a lot of subs. Like I had 900 3 or 4 days ago, and now I've already got 906. I just checked before the stream, so it's really good. And as far as when I played this game the first time, so I didn't get a PlayStation until after the PlayStation 2 was already out. And so I remember reading about this game in GamePro magazine. They had a big spread about it and a big strategy guide, and I thought it looked really neat, but I never played it until years later after I got my original PlayStation when PS2 was already out. And so the way I got it was a friend of my dad's, he sold it in like 10 games because he needed to make some quick money. And he knew that my dad's son, me, liked video games. So he's like, hey, I'll give you this PlayStation and like 15 games for $50. And so we gave him the $50. And it was all like sports games. And I'm not a sports game player. And so the first thing I did was buy some games for the PS1, which thank goodness were cheap. And I bought Tekken 2, that was the first one. And then I bought this game off eBay, which at that point it was already on Greatest Hits, but I was able to buy it at a reasonable price on eBay. And so that's how I got this game. My phone just buzzed. I got a text, but I don't know where it ended up at. Oh, right here. And so, yeah, that was probably circa 2000-ish, 2000, 2001, somewhere in there. I played this for the first time. If I had to guess, some of the other Metroidvanias had already been released by the time I played this. But I loved it. It instantly became an all-time classic for me, even though I wasn't a kid anymore, so to speak. And remember, we're going for the best ending, so we're probably going to have to cover most of the map. Of course, we've gotten the boss music. Like, even the music is randomized. Everything's been randomized. This music does not fit this relatively easy level at all. A karma coin. I don't even know if I've ever seen this chakra weapon or chakram weapon before. That's the thing I love about Symphony of the Night. They would take just like these random swords and make like one enemy in the game drop them that you may find in like one map. And so it's like if you never go to that map, you may never even see it until years later when somebody at school or on the internet says, hey, but what about this weapon? Did you get that? And you're like, I never got that weapon. How did you get it? And the guy's like, I don't know. I just found it in my inventory. Oh, look at that. Soul of Bat. Just right off the bat. Pun intended. So this is going to make for an interesting playthrough because we're going to have the ability to fly from the beginning, but we're still going to be missing some other stuff. So I'm going to save, although I don't think Slagra and Gabon are going to be much trouble considering the equipment we've just picked up. And I suppose I could fly up and try to leave the boss room too. We won't for risk of breaking things. But we do have this nice chakram here we can throw. Oh, the boss theme is the cathedral theme. Which is a shame because we won't be getting to hear it very much, and that's a really good one. Perfect. And a bat card, so we get a familiar too. Go ahead and start leveling him up. This may be a wacky playthrough. Usually I've found with randomizers, when you get something really good like the bat soul at the beginning, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I got this great item, you know, this is gonna be a cakewalk, and then you'll realize some item that's like, oh, I didn't realize how crucial that was to the playthrough, and it'll just be impossible to find. Like I said, I did set it to adventure, so we're going to have to cover most of the map anyway, even if we weren't trying to get the best ending. Let's cast Magic Missile. What would be really great is if we found a duplicator just sitting somewhere real easy. That would be fun. Resist stone. Not what I wanted, but we'll take it. Whoop. I guess since we have the bat soul, we'll go up here. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. Just the map coverage for our trouble. I keep wanting to hit those thinking they're going to give me something, but they don't. I hate this hallway, but it's essential. At the risk of embarrassing myself later, I'm not going to save. Because that takes time, which we ain't got. Chakram. That's probably going to be one of the one-use ones. Or it could just be a rune sword, you know, in like the first area. The fun thing about the randomizer is you can play through the game using some items you wouldn't normally really get to use, because by the time you get them, you're so overpowered it doesn't matter. That's probably my favorite thing about a randomizer, is the chance that you get to play the game with something really good like that, because it's just fun. Because it's not really cheating, but at the same time you're getting to be OP at the beginning, which is fun. I should have done luck mode. That would have been interesting. So it would be randomized, but it would be luck based. You do you, Bat. It's another excellent music track. And because we can fly, we can go check these items up here. Pesky thing. I think those do curse you, which is why I didn't want to take the hit. This area is technically just a shortcut, but it is good to go ahead and get it out of the way. Our friend Cthulhu. Actually, that's not Cthulhu, that's the other one. I forget what. I think it's just a regular demon. Cthulhu is the one with the mouth tentacles. Alright, let's drop down below. Grab this area down here. During my initial playthrough, I completely missed this room and then the save room on the opposite side. Just because I just never thought to go to the left there. I guess I was so excited about getting the red rust. I was like, you know what, I don't need to explore that room. Even though it's just a save room. Ouch. Oh, that hurts. See, I almost made a fool of myself because I didn't save earlier. But it's okay, we got him. But now we gotta book it to the safe room. Which I believe there is at least one in Marble Gallery, so it should be okay. Whoa. You don't want to let those hit you either, because those hurt surprisingly a lot. It scared me for a second. I couldn't remember if that was my bat familiar or if it was one on the level. Get up there, Alucard. There it is. I like the chakram better. I'm sure that the Heaven Sword is better, but I was having more fun with this. I really like that fake 3D sprite effect. We're also going to have to find a stopwatch the hard way because I don't think that any of the sub-weapon rooms will have one. So Heart Max, Red Bean Bun, Mystic Pendant. And it's just a sellable ring. Okay. Fantastic. So some of the item names have been moved around, but the sprites haven't. I don't know. And then some of these rooms just don't have anything at all. We could get to Orlox's lair, but those enemies are going to be kind of dangerous, so we're going to... continue this way. Ow. And because we haven't picked up any armor yet, when we get hit, we get flung backwards. That's a lot of fun. The Jewel of Unlock is probably not going to be for sale either, so we're going to have to find our way around that issue. No use going up there till we get it. So does that thing like hatch out of an egg, or like where does one of those come from? Like that's just a flower that spits stuff, so we knew it grew out of the ground, but I want to know where that other thing came from. Some nice breakfast food there. Speaking of which, breakfast for dinner is like top tier dinner. Like, that's like one of the best things you can have for dinner. All that for a strength potion. But that guy never respawns for whatever reason. I guess because it's such a high level enemy at such an easy part of the game. We've got to find some armor. We're just taking damage like crazy. When I get to the more populated areas, that's going to be a problem, especially the clock tower. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Atlas knows what's up. Pretty much all breakfast food is like top tier. Like in the South, you know, we love grits. I love grits. Some people don't like them. I love grits. I like mine a little bit on the thicker side. And I don't like too much butter. I like just, I'm not a big butter fan. I'm no Paula Deen butter fanatic. So, you know, just give me some bacon, eggs, the grits, the toast. I'll eat any of it. I like cereal too. Like, I'm a big cereal fan. Cereal is like top tier too. Like sometimes I legit, like when I go to the store and I get new cereal, I'm like excited. Like, is that, maybe that's just because I'm old, but I legit get excited like to open up a new box of cereal. It's like a different experience every time. It's like you could, because you get like Frosted Flakes and then you have that for like 6 or 7 days. Then you get a new one, you're just like, oh, I get to have Cinnamon Toast Crunch now, or the Chocolate Frosted Mini Wheats, or whatever it is. Come for the Castlevania, stay for the breakfast food discussion. Top tier strats here. Too bad that would never work in the real game, because you can't get this thing probably until the end of the game. Like I said, I've legit never seen this thing before. Well, that's not the armor we wanted, but it's the armor we need right now to get that big 2 defense. Let's clear out this area before we go in there. Beat it, chump. Armor knight, armor not. Skeleton bow, skeleton bowled over. I think this is just the teleport room, so we'll go ahead and activate it. I didn't know you had to push that all the way down. I thought you just touched it and it... Okay. I did find it kind of strange, the large assortment of food items this game has in it. Like, they just kind of went crazy. I guarantee you they just went around and asked the team, like, submit a ticket with your favorite meal on it to the programmer and he'll add it. And that's part of what made this game so special, is all the random stuff that they're just like, wouldn't it be funny if we put like a dim sum set in there? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. You don't get that in today's games because everything is just like so controlled and like so planned. And I was watching an interview with Warren Spector, I think it was, who made Deus Ex, or one of the Deus Ex team members. And he was talking about how, like, in the 90s, you made games and you developed them in such a way that there was just a lot of hidden stuff, right? But the philosophy at some point changed to, why should we waste time and money creating content that a player might not see? And I think that's part of the reason games have kind of lost heart, is because that was the whole point. I've said in streams before, games used to be, look at that, games used to be about a challenge, whereas now games are made as more experiences. They're closer to like a movie on rails that you can lean in and out of the cart, but you can't really get off. I mean, something even like Final Fantasy Remake, I didn't even finish because it was so boring with all the like walk and talk sections and the hand holding. It's like you walk and talk, you fight. You walk and talk, you fight. And it's boring. I don't want to do that. But yeah, games used to be about a challenge, and they also used to be about, I wonder what would happen if I did X. And that's one thing that this game does very well, I think, is that, you know, there's tons of, like I said earlier, there's tons of enemies that just drop weapons that you would never see otherwise. Unless you just happen to kill this one enemy and the RNG was at the right place at the right time, such that they dropped it. Like, I didn't even know about the chrysogram until I'd already beaten the game. And I was reading about the game online, and somebody's like, oh, did you get the chrysogram? And so I went back and got it. But you know, it drops from one enemy in the reverse castle, and that's it. Oh, that's one of Dracula's body parts. Eye of Vlad. Luck plus 10. That's actually really good because that's going to help us get some more items. I tend to have pretty terrible luck drop-wise, so probably not, but still. It's good to have. Go see Master Librarian, see if he has any goodies for us. What's really going to suck is if we can't find the cube of Zoe and he has something we need to buy and it's a lot of money. Those guys give you the same kind of curse as the bubbles in Legend of Zelda. You can't draw your sword. Or your chakram. Some of these locations that normally have items don't, and I don't know if that's because there's fewer items in this than, say, something like Ocarina of Time or what. Guy dropped a moon rod, which I assume is actually a moon rod. Yeah, it is. And since we can fly, I will be just going ahead up there and killing those later game bosses to get the library done with.
It's been a long time, old one.
Oh, it's you, Master Alucard. What do you need?
I need your help.
Young Master, I cannot aid one who opposes the Master.
You won't go unrewarded.
Oh, well, in that case.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
So let me get this straight. He doesn't want to oppose the master unless you offer to pay him. But if Alucard succeeds, the entire daggum castle is going to get blown to smithereens. Master Librarian included. It's not a very effective business strategy you got there, my buddy. So let's see. He has a fairy card, a potion, a bunch of junk, looks like. Jewel sword. That's annoying because I have to buy that to farm for money. He has the Alucard sword. Wonderful. The Axe Lord shield. The glasses. And see, some of these descriptions, like this is the holy glasses. This should let us save Richter, but it doesn't say it does that, so I don't know if it does or not. But fortunately, it's only 1,000, so we'll have to buy it to find out. The Ring of Pails, we definitely want that. That'll just make us busted. Okay. The interesting thing is that there's no duplicator in here, which means it's hidden somewhere in the castle, so that would be very interesting if we could find that. In the meantime, I see no Jewel of Unlock. I see no... Let me just check these descriptions. We do want the fairy card eventually. We probably need to buy those glasses just in case. Kind of need to buy all of this stuff just for completion's sake, but the dragon helm would be nice. Anyway. Not enough cash, stranger. But we can fly, so let's go check out the rest of the library. Need to kill enemies, we need that gold. No, no! The flea men in here could be actually kind of dangerous since we can't take too many hits. $110 health seems kind of low for as many level ups as we've got. I definitely think we're running like low health mode type of thing. Was that an actual Muramasa? Bamboo sword. The knockback is the worst thing. We got to get our defense up and we've got to get our armor up. Where's that armor all guy, the little Viking with the helmet when I need him? Oh, oh, oh. See that clutch kill there? Oh gosh, oh gosh. Not good. Talisman and Mystic Pendant. How many Mystic Pendants are we going to get? And the answer is yes. I have no armor whatsoever. 7 HP in a room full of flea men, but fortunately we have breakfast for dinner to get that big 22 health back. And a red bean bun and a shortcake. So you mean to tell me that big breakfast set only restored 25 HP? I ate the red bean bun and it gives the same amount roughly. The caloric intake in the Castlevania universe makes no sense. A red bean bun is a part of this balanced breakfast. Like I could take the damage, just don't send me flying. I'm not Tom Petty. I don't need to go into free fall every time I get hit. Summon your Mudman. I don't remember this thing summoning that much. I mean, I have had roast chicken before and roast beef. I'm not the biggest fan of roast beef. My mom used to make roast a lot growing up, and I wouldn't ever complain, but it was never just my favorite. It says power of sire. Oh. So after I had my gallbladder out, it had been out like 2 months, and so I was like, okay, I'm recovered. I can eat anything I want now. I'm cool. And so my wife had made roast, which she makes a pretty good roast. Roast is not my favorite thing, but she made one. And I was like, I'm going to tackle this roast. I got probably the sickest I've ever been in my entire life, stomachache wise, after eating that roast. And I have not had another roast, and it's been nearly 2 years. I have not eaten roast since. I probably could at this point, because things were pretty rough for a while there, but they got better. But I still, like, I don't even want to risk it. That was so bad. Come on, jump down here. Those things can be really dangerous in a luck mode run because they break out of the armor and then they attack again. And they get some invincibility frames in there, so you can't hit them. And I forgot we're going to have to go back down there anyway with Mist to check out that last room. But at least we'll get the majority of the library out of the way. Is that a Zircon? Ah, they tricked me. I thought it was the Ares ring. It was just Zircon. Power of Wolf. Will that let us turn into the wolf? No, we still have to find the soul of wolf. Ouch. Did that dude just buff himself? I've never seen that. Been playing this game nearly 20 years. I've never seen that dude buff himself. See, this game just keeps on giving. I keep thinking I could double jump since I've got the bat soul, but I can't. There are a lot of items at the castle keep, so we do need to go check that out, which is going to be really dangerous with our health and no armor. But I guess that's just the fun of this run, though. I told you we found that bat soul earlier, and I told you that it was going to be really hard. Something was going to be hard. It can't all be easy. I love that very PS1-esque cloud texture back there. Like, it's definitely not pretty by today's standards, but it is pleasant to look at. It's very nostalgic. I better save because this area is going to be rough, as my dog would say. What you? I just now read your comment. You talking about the after eating the pot roast? Yeah, it's fine. It was unpleasant, but I made it. It took me about a day or two, and I was fine. But I still do not want to eat pot roast again. I'm even nervous for Alucard to eat it in the game, just in case. Oh, this song is good too. All the music in this game is amazing. I didn't know this was going to turn into the armorless run. Zircon. So does that mean the Zircon is the Ares ring? I like that mist texture in the background going over the moon and the mountains. That's pretty cool. Gravity boots. So that would have been nice to have when we were at the librarian. I never understood why the courtyard here had a ceiling on it. I guess they weren't quite so bold as they got in the later 3D Castlevanias, is to just make there like a height limit, and they actually wanted to put a ceiling there. Yeah, I know I didn't forget about Karasuman or whatever his name is. We're gonna go fight him too. I'm just taking care of this map here. While we listen to these vibing tunes. Thanks for the absolute disappointment of items. Wait, isn't there a boss there? Or is that just in the reverse castle? Oh, everything went better than expected. Other than losing 24 health. Alright, I dread this room. This room's going to be terrible. Ah. We don't have to do this now, but you don't know what's on the side of that door that could be very helpful, so. Because no double jump, we have to. Nope, no, no, no. I think that was all of them. Yes. An iron ball, a gyros plate, and the duplicator. Mamma mia. Check this out. So the duplicator kind of breaks stuff, but it makes us very weak. So in the spirit of making it an actual run, I'm not going to use the duplicator except if I want to like throw multiple like use items to fight a boss or something. Because otherwise we could just duplicate items and give all our health back. So let's not do that in the interest of making it a fun run. But if you're playing at home with this seed, this is a fun seed that gives you the duplicator very soon. Just remember that. And we just used our item by accident. See, I told you it was worth going in that room. Gosh. Nope. See, like, even if you hit him, you take an automatic hit. Thanks a lot, Koji Iragashi. Unless you destroy him with, like, the chakram or something. A ranged attack. Yeah, Armored Flea Man is, like, the top tier enemy in the game. They're so annoying to deal with. So, a Castlevania pot roast and nothing. Kill him, Alucard. I just thought that Alucard picks up food items in the castle a la carte. Alucard, please. Holy Rod. Oh crap. Dadgummit. Ooh. Okay, we're out of the heck hole at least. Oh, it would disappear. And some of these enemies will do 20 plus points of damage, so we really can't afford to get hit here. Now those guys would drop, I think, the Murasame in the base game, but Randomizer, that may just be nothing. Thank you, Gravity Boots. No, 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 no. I believe there's some spikes over here somewhere, so we need to be careful. I never liked those pendulums there. I thought they looked goofy. Give me that meal ticket. Did I not get any health from that? I guess I have to actually eat the ramen. Had some ramen earlier today, actually. Fire boomerang. Grape juice. Here's that boss. What boss? Can I have a health up, please? Lag the game out, I don't care. Give me that 3 FPS health up. Alright, fortunately there's a lot of goodies in the stage. Maybe we'll actually find some armor for once. We'll definitely save. Strawberries. I said we'll probably find some armor here in this level. See, that's going to lead to a cathedral, I think. Either that or the warp room. What is this heart refresh? Resist stone. No. That is not what we want. Oh, look at this damage. We either need a health up or a chrysogram. Thank goodness, walk armor. It's going to be weak right now, but we'll take it. And for some reason, it's a cape? 8 defense. Alright, whatever, fine. Just give me something. Let's see, we really need that bat force or whatever to clear out that area, otherwise those things are just going to come knock us out of the air. Covering these areas is always the biggest pain. If you're not doing anything, you're just flying through empty space. No, no, you leave me alone. And Alucard has to fall all the way to the ground before he can transform back. It'll drive you batty. Thanks, Gravity Boots. And we get absolutely pentagram. Not even a bat pentagram, just the regular one. Thanks a lot. Next semester I'll be 35. So I guess we need to try the big room up here in the corner that has all the goodies in it. Maybe there'll be something worth getting in there. And by that I mean like a resist stone, a few potions probably. What do we got? A talisman, a meal ticket, grapes again, dadgummit, sirloin. So pretty much exactly what I said. Maybe even a bit worse. Grapes, sirloin, meal ticket, yep, it's exactly what they are. It wasn't lying to you. Here, let's go ahead and get this corner since we won't come back in here. Fortunately, we're not done with the keep yet. We can still check the room up above Dracula, and there'll be several items there. We don't want to go in to fight Richter yet because we don't have the holy glasses. Lapis Lazuli, heart max. Thank goodness a health max. Another health max, we'll take it. Iron Ball, Uncurse, Shuriken, Mournblade. Yes, please. Sword named Graham. It's actually Graham. Oh, why you do this to me, game? You knew I needed it. You knew I needed Mournblade. Like, I didn't roll greed. I picked need on that one. And you gave me the wrong thing. So let's go activate the teleporter for here. So we can come back, and then we'll start with the cathedral, I guess. But we're not going to be able to complete it because we don't have the unlock stone. We just had to do our best. See, we went in there. It's this one. I always get those three entrances mixed up because they're all equally worthless. Okay, that's unlocked. Get out of here. Oh, we keep getting bad music for all the good areas. TNT. Resist Thunder. Save room. This area can get a little hairy sometimes, so we'll save it. Or maybe I'm thinking about the reverse with the Snipers of Goth. Or Alamoreic Sniper, I think, in the later versions. Do not be alarmed. Things have not crashed. It's just this boss fight. This extremely easy boss fight. This is easy when you don't have a chakram or a Morn Blade. Come on.
Impressive. You're very strong.
You're very strong.
You didn't come here to tell me that.
You're right. Do you know the name Richter Belmont?
Why did she pronounce it that way?
The Belmont clan? Of course, but
He disappeared about a year ago, and I'm sure he's here. If you see him, please let me know.
as you wish, my lady.
Thank you. So, you do know how to be a gentleman.
Beat it, Maria. That room always loads funny. I don't know what it is, and I don't think it does it after the boss fight. It's something about that Griffin boss fight that screws with that room. Here, let me slide to the left back into that room. Thank you, Alucard, for falling at the most inconvenient angle possible. Nothing up my left turret. Oh, we got something up here. What is that? Miso soup. Great. At least we're getting all the dumb items out of the way early. Can't go in there yet. Probably grab that when that map coverage when we come back with the spike breaker. Oh, now you saw it. It hit it. It just didn't give it to me because I was on the wrong side. Okay, we're pretty good there, except for that one little piece we'll go back and get later. So fancy now, are we? Lunch A. In the upside down castle, this is the room you would use to grind familiar experience. Just get a duplicator and power of sire and just step in and out of this room and spam buttons. You'll have every familiar at max level in about 10 minutes. My gravity boots aren't working right. The only thing we're going to need them for is bumping up the Master Librarian. Silver ring. Alright, we just need to find the gold one. That iron ball does a way more damage than it should. A low level Alucard could very easily get decimated by that thing. Monster Vial. That's another one of those items that's kind of fun but kind of pointless. Never found a good place to use the Monster Vial. And it's only really useful if you have a duplicator. By that point in the game, unless you're playing Randomizer, it doesn't matter. Tu Monster Vial. Ah, ah, ah. No. 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 Stop. It's your fault that I'm running into you. Quit it. Oh, peanuts. And potion. So, now we're getting into a little bit of the thick of it because we've entered the Royal Chapel. If we go to the right, we're going to get stopped by the blue door. It's not going to let us go past, and it's just going to take us to where we were anyway. Let's see what we got left. We missed part of that tower. I guess we could go up there and check that out, but we do need to... We could go to Orlok's quarters. There might be something there. We have the gold ring. We need the silver ring to open up the Maria, whatever it is she'll give us. We could do Orlok's quarters, and we could do the Colosseum. We just have to wait for the thing to open in the center of the castle. Wait, we wanted to go to the top of the tower. There could be an item there. Or it could just be this room. Give me that map percentage. Maybe get some better stage music too. What do you know? We get to do that last little block up there after all. Because we didn't find a Jewel of Open or anything. Oh, pfft. Beat it. Hunting girl. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting Alucards. If you duplicate Power of Sire, this room's a lot of fun because it blows everything up as soon as you walk in. Did you see that sick triple bat kill? I'm going to submit that to Twin Galaxies. So where could, I think we better teleport to the outer wall. That would probably be the quickest to put us towards the clock room so that we could get to the top. It would be helpful if we could find a stopwatch too, but we don't even have the cube of Zoe, so we can't make items materialize yet. And you don't realize how essential that item is until you do a run where you don't get it at the beginning. This isn't the beginning. I guess we could go down to the castle entrance. Why don't we go ahead and knock that stuff out since we got the bat form. We'll go fly down there and check out what's above the entrance hall. There's also this little room here we could go to. And get this boomerang here. I really needed that. There's a video of Michiru Yamane playing this song live. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. Nunchaku. So that says nunchuck, but it has another description. So it's really the flamberge or whatever it is. Is the flamberge an actual flaming sword, or is that just the name of the sword? I don't know my sword lore. The reload time on the sword is awful, I know that. The reload time. You guys ever reloaded a sword? I tell you what I'm going to do is reselect the one that I had. I swear these guys will find some way to hit you at their animation. It's like their big toe will extend halfway across the screen at the last second and plunge into you and do like 9,000 damage. The ones in Order of Ecclesia that you fight in the bonus dungeon are the worst. It's like you touch them and you take 100 damage. They're just normal enemies. Let's save behind enemy lines. Or enemy polygons in Alucard's case. Oh yeah, let me get D's glasses, the goggles. Will this help us at all? Raises int, lowers our defense, so we're not going to mess with it. Another trinket for the pile, I'm afraid. Yeah, apparently they upped the difficulty of this randomizer. I played one of these just on my own to check it out about a year ago, and it was pretty much just your average run-of-the-mill stuff's in different locations randomizer. But they've added a lot of new stuff this time. They made the game harder. I think it said it randomized stats now, so that's probably why. I probably got some bad stat rolls. Maybe I have to farm money here to go buy some stuff from Librarian. I always feel bad killing that enemy. Actually, I don't care about the knight. I just feel bad killing the owl. And then I feel bad because he's sad about the owl. Maybe if he hadn't asked his owl to like charge into me with his big killing owl talons, I wouldn't have murdered him. Whoop, that's one for the YouTube censor bypass. I wouldn't have passed away his owl had he not done that. I don't understand why some enemies in this game have these very simple, like, just disappear animations for when you kill them, and some get these big, elaborate, like, death sequences. Like, look at the zombie. You slice the zombie, it just disappears. But you kill the bloody zombie, and the thing screams and falls in half as blood sprays out of it. Oh, I'm sorry, as you pass it away. I'm not doing a very good job censor bypassing today. Oh, YouTube. You and your algorithms. There's an algorithm in the game that knows which warp point you're trying to get to and cycles it so that you get to it last in the sequence. It's amazing how that works. Going down. Is Alucard like afraid of elevators, or is that one just that disconcerting? Actually, I don't have to go this far. I'll just come in here and drop down. Whee! Alright, this should take us to the clock room, and hopefully it'll be open. If not, we'll wait a second and fly up there. Not today, Stone Rose. You can go back to being a bonus song in Guitar Hero 2 and 3. Oh, excuse me. I live in a time change state. So I had arbitrarily had an hour of sleep taken from me, which I definitely had to give. I don't know, that whole week after the time changes, everything just feels wrong. Like you look at your watch and it's like, oh, it's already that time? At least the days are longer. It's miserable when you get off work and it's like already dark outside. I'm not commuting right now because of COVID, but that was always an extreme bummer during COVID to get off work and it just be pitch black outside. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait just a second. IGA talked about how this room works one time as far as when the clock opens and when it closes. But I don't remember exactly what the mechanic behind it was. There it goes. Again, we'll be entering into a semi-difficult area. I wonder if there's just like a cache of health up somewhere that we're going to find later, because have found so few thus far. Bat pentagram, apple, and Flamestar. Guess we do get to explore the Coliseum next. There's a boss there we can do actually. And I believe we have everything we need to complete the Coliseum, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and do that. Place your bets on what music we get. Underground Cavern. I swear all the good music is like backloaded into the back of the game. I mean, this music is creepy and it does its job. It's just not my favorite. Oh, what is that? That is the Leap Stone, I think? We'll find out. That'll be really nice to have that. Is a hidden passage up here. I don't know if we'll be able to get, yeah, we can get to it. Hold on, we'll cheese it. We'll cheese nip it. You see that clutch chakram throw there? So we could get that Ring of Arcana, which will increase our overall strength. We definitely need that. Do we have anything else that's helpful besides the duplicator? Just quote unquote valuable rings that we can't sell. I guess we could just go ham and go tackle this boss. Might as well. Yay, hard up for sub-weapons we can't even really use yet.
Who are you? Open
What are you
Hell's
doing here?
Gate. Come forth, my servants. The scent of your blood. You're a Belmont. Crush this flea who invades my castle.
You are nothing. Unfortunately, neither. Well, that wasn't too bad.
I'm certain that was a Belmont. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
All right, let's go. I think this is the Leap Stone. Let's see. Oh gosh, I forgot the floor moves there. Oh, that's the Jewel of Open. Okay, that's even better because now we can access the underground areas. So we'll clear out this area and then we'll go underground probably after we clear out Orlok's area. Go ahead and save. Okay, yeah, we need to get back down. So we just run through here, destroying all these enemies. We really need to find that cube of Zoe or whatever that materializes items. Come on, drop a ring of Varda for me. For as strong as the ring of Varda is, it's funny to me that the one random Paranthropus enemy just drops it. Like, what makes that enemy so special that it would drop the best item in the game? Even the Armor Lord is no match for my almighty Chakram. Oh boy, a flail, one of the most useless weapon types in the game. Which is a shame because I generally think Morning Star weapons are cool, but... No item, okay. I hate those things. They'll literally go, like they have a stopping point, but they'll go outside of it if you're within range of being hit. And sometimes they can even jump to hit you. It's very annoying. The cheesiest enemy in the game. Kids love it because it's the cheesiest. Like Mist could pass, but you can't. You gonna jump sometime today, Alucard, or? I guess we will go ahead and open this shortcut here. Alright, that's good. Let's go check out Orlok's lair, see what goodies he has for us. But I imagine we're probably going to have to head down to the underground area to clean up. Let's Go past the box office here. A night shield. So that means enemies have some different things. Hopefully all the good armor is not in the possession of random enemies. Although this walk armor will get much stronger as we cover more of the map. Got my nose itching. I must be allergic to all the BS drops in this run. Hey Rasmus, I was wondering when you would stop by. Yeah, I can only take so much Mortal Kombat. I know that it does bring in the viewers. Definitely not seeing the same numbers we were as last week, but just I can only do so much classic MK. I don't want to burn myself out on it. I knew there's a lot of Castlevania subs that haven't had any Castlevania content in a while, so I wanted to throw those guys a bone and do something different at the same time. But yes, this game is 100% programmed absolutely correctly with no flaws. And it's extremely solid. And all the speedrun tech is completely dependent on things like movement and understanding of the game. And there are no glitches or bugs whatsoever. I laugh at the idea of anybody using exploits to beat this game. We'll take that health up. That's right, there aren't any. You know, some games might have flaws where you can use a certain item against a wall and get an extra map coverage point, but not this game. Ouch, good lord, that damage. Ouch. It's one of the better death animations. Exploits in this game. And we got absolutely nothing for beating that boss except a health up, which we did desperately need, but the upside down castle is going to be murderous because those enemies are going to be doing like 50 or 60 HP of damage. So we're going to need just about all those we can get before we go to that part of the game. It's the castle, but upside down. One of these areas has a breakable ceiling. Yeah. There's where I'd put an item if I had one. Go ahead and open that up. I was hoping a sword card or something would at least be up there. But I guarantee you that last, we're going to need the Spike Breaker Mail, Holy Glasses, and the gold ring. We've got the silver one. That's one of the few dangerous enemies in this game is the Valhalla Knight, because they're very high damage and they're unpredictable and hard to jump over. And that's surprising because Dawn of Sorrow is the sequel. Like I'm certain Aria of Sorrow is probably broken, completely busted. It seems like the Harmony of Dissonance is pretty busted. I haven't watched a speedrun of that in quite some time. But I knew it was pretty speedrunny. The double castle mechanic in Harmony of Dissonance is really confusing as to how it works. That's why I don't play through that one as much. Every time I play it, I'm like Hotel Mario. I need instructions. If you need instructions on how to get through Dracula's castle, check out the enclosed instruction book. See, that looks like a tunnel there, but it's not. Screw you, map designer. So now it's time for Jewel of Open. Go. Brrr. Apparently, all the other playable characters' moves are weapons and stuff, more or less obtainable by backdashing into the right wall with the succubus soul. Really? Like there's actually a drop, like place you can obtain it? Remind me to look that up later. That's very interesting. I want to check that out. Because that's always been interesting to me is like, for example in this game, when you play as Richter the menu is locked. But if you could like hack the game to get into the menu, I've always wondered what Richter has equipped and what his stats are, because I know he has all that stuff. You just can't see it in the menu. So that would be interesting to check that out. But I will look at that succubus thing. Thanks for mentioning that. And hello, George. It's good to see you again. You just caught me in a moment where I was rambling. So let's see. We're going down now, so we need to go down and left. Those Skelorangs are just fun to kill because they're one hit and they make that sound and they fall apart so satisfyingly. I like it a lot. We'll close, see if I care. I'll need you anyway, Clock Room. Ding ding ding. Wait, we need to go the other way. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, Clock Room. I take it back. You're the only one for me, Clock Room. Come back. My apology worked. It's open again. And which fatality would that be? Name a Castlevania game with a better rock song in it. I'll wait. By Scorpion Hell fatality, which one do you mean? In MK2 or MK3? Do you just mean the one where he takes his mask off and he blows the fire and melts him? I believe that's down, down, up, up, high punch. So it's the same concept as the Shang Tsung one. What you would just do, up, up, high punch. Yeah, either way it's the same thing. There's two versions of that fatality in Mortal Kombat 2. There's the toasty version and then there's the regular version. The regular one you have to stand at a certain distance and do the input. The other one, I think it's down, down, up, up, high punch. But it can be done from any distance. But if you do it from the right distance, he'll say toasty when he does it. But it's the exact same trick as the Shang Tsung one. What you would do is just hold block and then up, up, let go of block, high punch. You may not even have to let go of block since it's on the ground, but I would. Just hold block, up, up, high punch. You could also do 3 up, ups and then high punch, because by the time you finish the third one, you're going to be landing again. And as long as you press high punch and you don't jump again, you should still get it. Because it only looks at like the last few commands, and even then it gives you some leeway. Flamberge again. One thing to remember when you do fatalities from Mortal Kombat is that a lot of people, because the time limit is so short, they kind of panic and think they have to type it in really fast. It actually will accept it pretty slow. Like if you were to type in, like say your fatality was down, down, up, high punch. You could type in down, down, up, high punch. And as long as you don't run out of time or put like other inputs in there, it'll usually take it. It's very lenient. What is this? Skill of Wolf, still no soul of Wolf. And we can go fight the succubus because we have the bat soul. Yeah, but try that. Just hold block, up, let go, high punch. Okay, good luck, man. Study hard. You got this. Thanks for stopping by. And do not skip school to watch me on YouTube. You can watch the restream later. Nose is itchy. Okay. Red pot, show me what you got. A dark armor. What else we got? Life up, library card, more health ups. Those are all just going to be dumped here. Iron Cuirass. Still nothing for this slot. Dark armor is worse. Iron Cuirass is worse. Let's save just in case. Succubus usually isn't too hard. We can beat her. Every Monday at 9 p.m. Central Time. I assume with it being 8 a.m. your time, you're probably somewhere far away. So that's Central Time. Nightmare.
Mother!
That voice! Alucard, it's you!
I'm coming, Mother! I'll save you!
No, Alucard! Don't come here!
But Mother!
It's all right. If my death can save others, I'd gladly surrender my life.
Mother, no! Please, no!
Yes, Alucard. Watch me die, and remember always my last words.
See ya.
Yes, Mother.
You must despise humans. They are to be your prey.
What?
What?
Better for them to die than to let them compound their sins. Begin by slaying that one over there.
That last line of that was always kind of awkward.
What's wrong? Alucard.
My mother never said such a thing.
What do you mean?
Asate no ningen o
Kill
koroshite
them and
kudasai.
bring them happiness.
No, you're not my mother. What kind of demon are you?
You broke free of my spell. I like that.
Demon. Death is too good for you.
Come here, little boy, and show me what you got.
No. I've never seen this attack before. Nor do I have a way to hit her out of it. There we go.
Darkling, I smell your blood. You're a vampire?
A vampire?
That strength, that beauty. You're the son of Lord Dracula.
Death in the dream world will set your soul wandering for eternity, demon.
Wait, I beg of you.
Anyway, Thanks for the messed up sword card. Should we swap to the sword card since it's nominally less useless than the bat? Got this annoying boss fight music for this normal area. Reverse Castle has got to be stocked with all the good music then. The face on that sword familiar. Ooh, that was a tough one. There's some item down there. Whoop. Oh, a diamond. Is it an actual diamond or is it an equipment? It's actual diamond. These bosses at this point just have such low health. They can, however, drop the frame rate. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Still not good enough. I'm gonna open this area, but we really need the symbol or whatever to get down there without getting hurt. If we get desperate, we'll go explore it, but did we really just get the chrysogram? This seed, man, I swear. But it's not really the chrysogram, it's the single-edged curved sword gram. So, we stick with that one for now. Oh, he dropped something, but we're not going to be able to get to it in time. Could have been a Ring of Varda. Lapis Lazuli. Ow. Can you get those items by hacking, or can you glitch them into like a legit game? Because I own that game and I've got several completed save files, so I could probably go try that out. I knew that you could probably like hack them because they're just normal items equipped to characters and they just won't let you into the menu, but you can post a link in the Discord if you find anything and I'll check it out. So I do want to check that out later. I actually replayed through Portrait of Ruin and Order of Ecclesia recently. I still need to do Dawn of Sorrow. Orange, you glad you tuned in? What was that? Is that really God's garb? Increases sub-weapon strength. Oh, what a tease! And this is Aria of Sorrow or Dawn of Sorrow that you do this in? Dawn of Sorrow. You said that already. I should have been paying attention. I was too busy getting this garnet behind the waterfall. Marcel. And it's the Alucard sword. Interesting. So I guess they just program those weapons as just straight up normal items. Now what would be really cool is if you could hack some of Soma's stuff onto Julius and the others to see what it would do. If not, just crash the game probably. You would think Alucard would be able to use most of the sword items. If anybody could. Dawn of Sorrow, what a good game that was. R.I.P. original Castlevania series. Had a beginning, it had an end, and they forgot the 1999 middle game.
I'll take you to a place which might be interesting for you.
Alucard don't even know what to say to that. He's just like, okay. This creepy guy just hanging around these caverns. You know, it's whatever. And nothing. Great. Great. I don't need your boat service. Interesting. I wish you could get the other characters so that you could open the menu. The last I checked, nobody had done it, but I'm pretty sure you could make a Game Shark code which just lets you open the menu as other characters. Like, I'd love to open the menu in this in Richter mode and see what it would show us. What did that Ankh of Life do? Not a daggum thing. We can increase our defense. Whee! Okay. I hate those frogs. They're so annoying. Come on. Don't do... No! Don't you do it. That mid-air kill. Game Shark or not, I just think it'd be fun to see what would happen. I just want to know what, like, for example, Richter, where his stats are, and look at, like, Julius mode and see what kind of stats Julius and Alucard and Yoko have. Of course, Dawn of Sorrow is... I guess at the time it was unusual in that the bonus character could level up because Julius couldn't do that in Aria of Sorrow. And they kind of just introduced that going forward with like Sisters mode and that kind of stuff. You just have like a flat level up with no equipment. Some of the bosses in this are just so stupid easy, it's embarrassing. Like, I don't know of a single boss in this besides Galamoth that's threatening. The rest of them are just super easy. They're mostly normal enemies are more dangerous than the bosses. Is that the merman statue? So now we can summon the oarsman in the other room, so that's helpful, I guess. So he can take us to a health power up or something. Who knows, maybe he has the spike breaker armor. I would assume they're just souls mechanically. Because that's how Albus's stuff is in the Order of Ecclesia. I have seen that. Like, you can... because Shanoa actually gets the Torpor glyph, which Albus gets. And it's just straight up a glyph. And you can also get he calls it max shot, but your Shinoa calls it something else. But you can get that too. So I have no doubt those work the exact same way. Souls and glyphs are the same thing. They just mucked around with the MP recharge rate. The nose devil card. I guess we can go up there and hit that switch now. Confers the strength of 23 men. Give me that banana. Oh. Push the switch for me, my man. Whatever he said, the voice acting was probably better than the English version. This switch hasn't been pressed yet. Sounds like little Karibo doing something for Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Nope, not gonna mess with that enemy right now. The Spirit Orb. And the Library Card. Dim Sum Set, Flame Star, Mana Prism. So, using that succubus glitch, does it take you into just like a developer debug room with all the souls in it or something? And that's how you can get them, or does it like actually screw around with like what's equipped? And again, if you just want to post a link, I'll check it out. So you don't have to retype everything, I could just go read. And Alchemy Lab is here. $244 health. Reverse cloak. Have we just now got one cloak? Dang. Converts damage to hearts. Raises our defense to 6. We'll take it. I don't know much about the glitches in that game, which is strange because something like that would have been of great interest to me as a kid, but I will take a look at it. I'm glad you brought that up, which is relevant to my interest. Watch this guy try to spit bones at me. Get out of here. Come back. I was going to make espresso. Perhaps it opens the door for me to do a video about it. A neutron bomb. Heart up. I need to look up Lossoth and see what the lore behind that is. He may be a Discus Lord, but we're a Chakram Lord with a Starlight pendant. And ramen. Mystic pendant. Completely failed at whistling that. I know there's swords that have more attack power than the Alucard sword, but it's one of the best because of its ability and a few other things. And that the Alucard shield breaks the game. Because of the shield rod combo. Pretty much everything in this game breaks this game. Which is why it's so fun. I don't know, more developers should be willing to make games that can be broken. Like, not in a, like a take it back to the store, it needs to be fixed way, but in like a, wow, I can use this to just overpower my way through stuff. Like nowadays they see that as a bad thing, but in this game it was just cool because it was like, oh, I figured out how to be OP. Nice. I forgot that since we got that cube, we can use sub-weapon attacks now. Which we started with a cross, oddly enough. We thought they would have given us nothing or a knife. We are eventually going to need to find a stopwatch. Yeah, I know. Nowadays, they're so afraid of... I don't even want to call them game journalists because they're pretty much just advertisers at this point. They're so afraid of gaming journalists saying, oh, I was able to do this and clear the whole game, that they don't want to do anything fun anymore. They just want it to be like this basic experience. Here I go again. Games are experiences now. They're not made to be challenges. If you make an experience such that you can skip it, it's not an experience. But if you make the game as a game, a challenge first, then it's fun when you find a way to skip it, if that makes sense. Just chew on that for a little bit, right? If your game is about like holding hands and walking along a path and having exposition spoon-fed to you, and you provide a way to skip that, then what does the player have? Nothing. Hence why exploits are seen as bad. But if you make a game like this that has a challenge to it, and then you provide smart players a way to abuse the system to beat it, it's fun. Because there is nothing, like you want to talk about difficulty. Say, oh, Dark Souls is too hard, so they should put an easy mode in. Maybe, but I think it kind of defeats the purpose. Because Dark Souls' whole purpose is to be a challenge and be hard. There's nothing stopping me in this game. Like I've got that duplicator in my inventory right now that we got lucky and picked up earlier. I'm just choosing not to use it to make this run more entertaining for the viewers, but if it was just me and I wanted to use that duplicator, I could. I guess I'm undercutting my own argument a little bit there, but I don't know. I feel like the whole design of Dark Souls is to be a challenge that you overcome through great adversity. Whereas this is a challenge that you can overcome because the game is just so balls to the walls broken. And that's what makes it fun. Apparently I can't hurt these guys, so... How do I shot kill that thing? I need to use the orange, that'll kill it. Where's that holy rod? I picked up a holy rod. That should get rid of it. Yeah, it really is, sadly. Like I said, the games are sold as an experience, not a challenge anymore. Of course, I don't even really know what game designers back in the day saw their games as. If they saw them as an experience, or if they were supposed to be a challenge, or maybe both. I don't know. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that we have to stop making games that are an experience. Like, I think there's a place for stuff like Journey and things like, I don't even know, what's that game? It's like Beyond Human Detroit or something like that. I don't know. Maybe Two Souls or something. I don't know. Story-based Telltale games, and then like walk and talk hand-holdy games. I think there's a place for that. But I think I don't know, the gaming industry has always had this strange obsession with the film industry. It's like, oh, this game, the graphics are so good, they're almost lifelike. Well, okay, that's great, but, you know, I have real life right here. I play games to get away from that. It's like, oh, this game, when you play it, you feel like you're just like you're in the movie. It's like, well, maybe I do, but I want to play the game. I could just watch the movie. You know, so that's why GoldenEye was such a good shooter, because it was based on the movie and it was accurate to the movie, but they took liberties to make it work as a game, right? Lots of liberties, in fact. Particularly when it revolves to James Bond's body count, because if you play GoldenEye and count how many people die versus the movie how many people die. But it was a game, and Rareware understood that the game needed to come first. It didn't just need to be a matter of walking through the stuff from the movie. Like, take for example the Xenia fight. Like, in the movie, Bond tricks her into basically getting hung between two trees tied to a helicopter and like crushed between them. Whereas in the game, she just kind of attacks you with some cool weapons and you have to use the game's mechanics to fight and beat her. Well, that ends up being more fun. Like as if it was just like some sort of press a button here to win cutscene. That's no fun. Yeah, it may happen just like the movie then, but I want to be involved in it. In some respect, when you play that game, it's almost like you're playing what if I had been James Bond in the movie. And that's infinitely more fun than just show me the movie where I press X to make the scenes progress. 100 times more interesting. By that, do you mean that people just can fall into the trap of seeing it as an either or type thing? Or is me like the player gets that kind of perspective? Like I said, I think there's room for all types of games. It's just, I feel like there's a certain type we don't get as much of anymore. I don't get as excited for as many releases as I used to. And a lot of the time when I was excited for a release, it usually ended up satisfying, but... Oh, there's the cube of Zoe right over there. Like, for example, Beautiful Joe. Like, I love the first Beautiful Joe. And so when I found out the second one was coming out, I pre-ordered it. It was a game I was excited for. Couldn't wait to get it. And when I did, there was no bonus content in that game. Like, it's lacking in content. You can't play as, like, other characters like you could in the first Beautiful Joe. But I still didn't regret buying that game because it still was a game before it was an experience, I guess. And it had a challenge to it and some replay value. And I still enjoyed it. But nowadays I buy games and like I beat them and never touch them again. If I even finish them. Like I couldn't even finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's a bad game. No, I don't mean that at all. There are certainly new good games, of course. Now, my personal opinion, most of them follow like an older design philosophy, but that's just a matter of opinion. I don't fault anybody who can enjoy new games. I'm happy for them. I wish I could more. That would be better to be able to enjoy them. Like I said, I think there's a place for games that are an experience rather than a challenge, of course. But in that same token, developers should understand that it doesn't have to be one way or the other. It's okay to make a game that isn't an experience or a movie. I just may not particularly enjoy playing it. But that's okay. Like, you don't have to make your game for me. Who cares? Oh, this is down here because of course it is. There are some things about old games that have kind of gone by the wayside that I'm happy they're gone. Like, for example, Nintendo NES games that give you 3 lives, and then if you die, you have to start the entire game over again. Like, you could argue that, okay, that makes it less challenging, and so it becomes more of an experience than a game. But not really. The way I tend to view that is, if I've beaten a section, I've proven that I can beat it. So you shouldn't have to make me beat it over and over again 100 times so that I get to try at beating the next challenge. That's why I think that Dark Souls is such a good series, and Bloodborne. Because you reach checkpoints and you can start from your latest bonfire or whatever. The game is extremely challenging without arbitrarily making you start over or sending you just incredibly far back. Oh my gosh, Alucard, what are you doing? Can you please fall backwards as slow as humanly possible there. If I could stop having hiccups too, that'd be great. Where's a potion before we die? Oh! How? Because the stupid potion didn't take the time to bring the letters on screen, I had to die. Okay, great. Thanks a lot. See, that's an improvement newer Castlevania, Metroidvania games fixed. When you used the potion, it credited you with the health in the menu. And here, because I had to wait for an animation, I lost. Now, fortunately, we saved, and we don't have to go back too far, but still. Monster vial. Let's see. See, now we start to get into the tricky part because we're still missing some items that are mission critical. I do assume that we're still going to have to fight Richter, so we're going to need the holy glasses. And I don't think we have them on a double check. No. Let's go see Master Librarian. We just kind of see where we need to go. We do have Miss, so we could check that thing in the library anyway. So that seems to be a good good choice. Where are you, library card?
What can I do for you?
Kind of gems. Sell our mystic pendant here. Our Ankh of Life. Our diamond. Our Noglamir.
Thank you.
Alright, what do we got? We definitely want the fairy familiar.
Thank you.
Life apple, mana prism, resist holy, monster vial. Resist thunder, attack potion, monster vial, luminous. Black sword. Saber, Bekatoa. And see, it doesn't say allows us to see through illusions, but they're only 1,000, so I'll get it just in case. Restores HP by holy damage. That'll help fight Richter. I think big thing for me is we're talking about specific games versus specific game. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Generalities can get you into trouble on some things, but for something as nonsensical as gaming, I think it's somewhat okay. I mean, there's definitely I think it's hard to deny that there is definitely a difference in design philosophy today. But yeah, absolutely, you know, you can compare different games. Black cape for vampires. Why not? Just get that and break the whole game. Defense.
Thank you.
Magic scrolls.
Thank you.
And get all. Give me all the scrolls. The sword named Harper. How long does this game usually take to finish in a normal playthrough? If you know what you're doing, you could probably beat it. Assuming you're not doing crazy speed tech or something like that, you could probably beat it with the best ending in about 5 or 6 hours, maybe. You could probably really push that if you knew. Like, I don't know what the speedrun record is, but you know they can beat the whole thing in probably about 10 or 15 minutes using glitches. But if you wanted to get the best ending, you could probably knock it out in about 6 or 7 hours. Unless it was your first playthrough, and it might take you a little longer, of course, to figure things out. The trick to this game is most people are going to play through this the first time and get the worst ending and just think they've beaten the game until like they go on the internet or their buddy at school tells them like, hey, did you find this reverse castle? What reverse castle? There's no reverse castle. Muramasa, what is that? Oh, the broadsword is the chrysogram, so that's nice. Where is our... Oh, the bamboo sword. Lol. The golden ring to rule over all. Also, we have the gravity boot, so we need to go smack the librarian and see what he drops. The flea men probably won't kill us now, but we'll save just in case. Well, I'm trying. The speedrun world record for glitchless any percent with the reverse castle is 31 minutes and 48 seconds. So yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be very long. Considering we're coming up on the end of the stream and I haven't even got to the second castle yet. I'm starting to get slightly concerned because we've covered a lot of the map and we haven't found the items that we need. But there's still a few places. Thank you, Rasmus, for being my information discoverer. Whenever I can't remember or I don't need to know, or I need to know a certain fact during the run, you're always there with an update. When I'm streaming and we find some banana bread and I'm like, how do you make banana bread? And here comes Rasmus, like Alexa, I found this recipe for you. What a bro. Alright, let's see. That does it for the library. So let's go check that mist gate down at the bottom left in the wall and see what's there. Oh, we should go kick the librarian too. That'd be fun. He deserves it. I guess I should actually go under him first, huh? It's sad that they made the chrysogram more powerful than the ultimate weapon in the game, which should have been the Alucard sword. A bat pentagram. This ugly cape we're wearing. Alright, there's a one item. Two. Come on, librarian, don't be holding out on me. I don't know if it has to do with this randomizer or what, but for some reason I cannot double gravity boot in the air. It's always been kind of finicky, but it's like even after I transform, I have to hit the ground and then do it again, and I can. Okay, I assume that's all he's going to give us, so we'll continue. That room's fun to go through with the chrysogram. The bat pentagram got swapped with a Power of Sire sprite. Okay, let's check this mist gate down here. It's ham and eggs. Ham and eggs wouldn't be too bad, actually, if it weren't nearly midnight. We need to find a stopwatch so we can check that other room. I'm also going to check one more time and make sure I didn't pick up that gold or silver ring. Duplicator, inscription, tower. Sure, it's not down here. Nope. We can spawn items now, so that puts us in pretty good shape. There's no sub-weapons up here. I think there's a stopwatch back this way. At least unless it's been shuffled. I know that when you go there, it's... Gosh, that cape color is so ugly. It's like ketchup and mustard mixed together. No, we didn't get one. Could it be... Hold on. It's not there, I'll tell you that. See, I told you we would get that bat early, and the rest of the game it would get hard. Roar. Oh, that was Cthulhu. I wonder where the double jump stone is. It's probably somewhere really goofy. I see, I don't understand why we can't get sub-weapons here now. Because we have the cube. I saw that. That was so strange. Yeah, like Harada, in case you're watching and you haven't seen, Harada has started like this weird, he opened a bar and he's also made it into like a podcast thing. I haven't watched it, but someone sent me a link, an article about it, and I read through it briefly. And there goes my controller, but we've saved anyway. Yeah, it's so strange. He also revealed the new DLC character name, which I believe Rasmus posted in the Torentsu Discord. So let me go look and see. No, he just posted about the bar. That was a 16-bit bump that sent me the other thing. Lydia Sobieska is the name of the new Poland Prime Minister character. And so apparently Namco sent press kits to Tekken influencers. I'm still waiting on mine. I'm sure it's on the way. Given that we are in the 900 subs, I'm sure that more than merits sending me a press kit with information about the latest Tekken character. Don't worry, Harada. Next episode of your bar, just do the apology there. I'll accept it. It'll be fine. But yeah, Harada opened a bar and he interviewed like one of the original guys from Sony. It's very strange. Yeah, I know it was you. It throws me off sometimes because your YouTube and your Discord name are separate. But goodness, I think you first subscribed to me on YouTube like 10 years ago, so that was a little bit before Discord. So thanks for doing that, by the way. Again, my Alexa, my information source. Thank you. Just submitted my assignment. Oh, way to go. Good on you. Remember, do not use my stream as a reason to procrastinate. Take care of your stuff. Let's see. Harada's bar. Sometimes Harada wants to go where everybody knows his name. Here's a link. I'm not a drinker, but it is interesting to read the story about Harada in his bar. But yeah, that's a decent interview, and you can go watch the episode too. So do check that out. Anyway, it is officially 12 o'clock. This is probably a good place to start. I dropped my controller somewhere in the abyss below my desk. So I'm going to have to dig that out. I was going to check the map one more time to see what we had left. So next week is going to be a very exploratory session. We've got to find those last few items so we can start the inverse castle and hopefully start moving toward the end of the game. But anyway, thanks so much, guys. If you're watching this later, thanks for watching it later. We did hit 900 subs. The goal, as always, is 1,000. Unlock community post. And I'm going to do the Reinhardt no whip run in Legacy of Darkness. So that's sub-weapons and then the crappy little sidearm sword only. So you guys are definitely going to want to see that. I appreciate you so much. I've had so much subscribers and kind words and likes and all that the past few months. It's been amazing, and I appreciate you all. For my longtime subscribers, I appreciate you a lot too, especially Rasmus down there posting stuff in the Discord, always giving me that info that I can't think of during the stream. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it was great. So yeah, let's get together next Monday at the same time. We'll play some games, we'll talk some life, we'll have some fun. I appreciate it, guys. Take care and be safe.